Have you ever been stuck in a cycle of self-doubt and fear and just feeling like nothing is ever good enough? Yeah, that was me. I've been there too. And I want you to know that if you've ever felt stuck in cycles of insecurity and self doubt, I want you to know that you are not alone. I've been there. And for years, I went through cycles of self doubt and being insecure, comparing myself to what I thought success looked like and who I thought were successful people. I was consistently and constantly questioning my purpose and if I was even doing what I was supposed to be doing. But you see, here's the thing, struggle does not have to be permanent, although it felt like it was. I'm sharing this story with you today because it's not just about me, it's about you. This journey taught me that even in the darkest moments, that there is light ready to shine through. And if I can step into my power, you can too. So I set these impossible standards on myself, really feeling like I had to do something and my only value would be in what I could provide for others. I needed to have a role to fill, a job to complete. But deep down, I was insecure and I was unsure of my purpose, and I really couldn't find a direction as to what I wanted to do with my life. I couldn't see beyond my limiting beliefs, the things that I believed about myself that was really holding me back. And it built this foundation for a rock bottom self-esteem. But despite my struggles, I found my passion in beauty and makeup, and despite my struggles, I found my passion in artistry, and I really poured myself into it. My work brought me into rooms with artists that I really admired and I thought were untouchable. I will never forget the moment where my coach asked me if I worked with celebrity clients after I took his seminar, and my model that I just did was standing next to his and they looked so good. It was undeniable. I belonged. At that moment, you couldn't tell me that it wasn't worth it. But my work looking good enough was not enough. I still had doubt because in reality I wasn't selling the makeup. I had to sell myself. So coming back home to my small city after that experience was a real wake-up call. I knew I wanted more, the lifestyle, the respect, the value, but I felt trapped. My ego told me that I deserved to charge what my mentors did, but my inner critic screamed that I was not good enough. I judged myself so harshly that I passed and I stayed stuck. I was completely consumed by my fears and unable to really move forward. I felt like a part of me was rotting, like something inside of me was decaying. No matter how hard I tried to ignore it, no matter how hard I tried to fight it, that feeling was still there. And I smiled through it. I put on a brave face and always pushed the attention away from myself. But deep down, I felt like my dreams were not meant for me. I thought I was supposed to stay small and contain all of my potential and just let all of my little desires just run away because they weren't worth it. And y'all, if you've ever felt this way, please go ahead and put a comment. Say something so that we know that we're not alone. Because I'm saying we because I know I'm not alone. So if I'm out here doing all this vulnerability, you can just write a little comment downstairs. So at some point I had to ask myself, am I tripping? For real, am I tripping? Really start questioning the stories that I have been telling myself. And I realized that I wasn't protecting myself. I was holding myself back. So instead of letting shame control me, because that was the back door of it, you're not good enough, and then you're ashamed of not being good enough, or even letting anybody know that that's how you really feel, I had to open my eyes to the truth. I reconnected with my boundaries, my values, and my worth. And the writing started to disappear. I embraced grace and forgiveness and the power of choice. I wasn't stuck anymore. I finally started growing, sprouting, like a little bean. And now my lows are higher and my highs are too. I've learned to have compassion for myself through life's ups and downs and really understand what that looks like. I am not a machine. I am a woman, blessed with my own ebbs and flows. And while I'll have tough days, they don't define me. I have daily practices that help me, a game plan for when I feel stuck, and the courage to celebrate every baby step forward. I'm no longer running away from my life. I'm embracing it. So, if that tells you anything, your story isn't over. It's time for you to embrace it too. And you don't have to do it by yourself. You don't have to continue to spin and twirl and knock your head against the wall. Let's do it together. I love you. Bye.